Here. It's a good environment.
We want to set up here today to kind of showcase the community.
Are you trading up just because you want to have that high-end card to sell, or you just want to hold it just to have it?
But is it prospecting or are we
Gambling.
Is it gambling? I took the perspective of I need to get to know more people and like have conversations with them.
Is this one of those things like, oh, you want to make this deal? I'll put you on my video. Like, nah, I'm okay.
Y'all ready for Dr. Strange? Just a question. Are you ready, bro?
See, and then he had it signed by him.
No, when they cut Darth Maul in half, I literally yelled out, "No!"
If I would have known BGS has more value long-term wise, I think I would have went that route.
But do you have certain cards that you know you're going to hold on to?
Yeah, FD, man. I'm in it for the long term.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Some kind of way, again, I have the Jedi glow tonight, but we're rolling through. So if you see me look to the right tonight, San Francisco is up 7-0 on Denver. I don't know about Denver. Starting to think some things. We'll see what they do. Gabe, saw your comment. How you doing today, FD, JD? JD will be on here soon here. I'm doing well. Doing well. What's up with the NFL action this week? Loco in the house. What's up? Trevor, let's roll. How we doing, people? Scorecard talk. I knew Matty Ice wasn't totally cooked. Outplayed Mahomes today. I just don't know if this tells us more about Kansas City or if it tells us about Matty Ice. But we have a special guest tonight, even before JD gets here. We have Jay from Premier here. What's up, Jay?
Hi, Andy. How are you?
What's going on, sir? How you doing?
Just got back from work. I had to work a Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, we were partying with the card father last night. It was his birthday.
Yeah. What's crazy is that he has the same birthday as my girlfriend April. Crazy. So we're here last night cutting cake, and I saw you all kicking it.
That guy can play.
I didn't know Rob played the drums, man.
I didn't know too. It was like a 12-year-old kid last night.
Yeah, he was just getting it.
Yep. He was in the zone.
That's cool. That's cool. I know we want to talk a little bit when JD gets here about the excellent news that we all received yesterday.
Well, there's two. One for Premier and one for Burbank.
That's right. That is right. So, Jay, you've been working. You haven't had any chance to watch any football today, right?
No. I never do.
Indianapolis beats Kansas City.
Nice.
I think Mac Jones left the field injured in some capacity. Don't know yet what that was.
Oh, that's not good.
Tua basically gets pushed, hits his head on the ground, gets up. He's out of it. Like you can tell he's concussed. Probably doesn't even know where he's at. And they take him out of the game, say that he has an ankle issue, and brings him back in the game.
Did he do well?
I think he did okay.
Because he was playing like crazy the last,
Yes. But now you have a question on NFL protocol when it comes to concussions. What are we doing? Are we really trying to help the player, or are we trying to win that game? And I think most franchises probably have just so much pressure on them because the backup is someone that wasn't highly drafted. They're probably not paying that much. This is week 3.
Yeah, but that's how Brady came out too, as a backup, So true. Even though they're not paid that much, if they want to prove themselves, it's an opportunity for them to show people what they got.
Absolutely. I remember that game when Bledsoe got hit. And, no one knew the extent of the injury, but Brady came in and been moving ever since.
Mm-hmm.
We got a few comments here. Wilson looks old. Interesting. My Titans win today. I don't know if you can expect too many wins from the Titans, Gabe, but they did win today. And what was getting me was when I was watching the game is that the dumps that they were doing just to the running back, to Derrick Henry, like just dumping the ball up to him, and he was destroying the other team. Checking in, what's up, FD? What's up, Brandon? How you doing? Sports Car Talk, Go Dogs, Julius of LA. What up? Tell JD to sell those car cards. Yeah, the Raiders 0-3, man. Can't wait for JD to get here. The Raiders 0-3, and they at least they kept the game tight though. Try to come back. I sent a bunch of cars for Grady. Ouch, loco.
That's always the risk.
It's always the risk. Brandon, Mac has a high ankle sprain. I hope that works out for him because we all know high ankle sprains can mean many different things. It can mean something that you're back on the field in a short amount of time, or it can mean that you have muscles connecting to bone and it's not looking right. Many different things. Local car collector. The Dolphins won the game, so I could say he did well. JD's in the house.
There he is.
Oh, I just finished. Gotta get my
What
energy.
jersey do you have on there, though?
Come on, man.
What jersey do you have on there?
0-3. I don't care. I'm reading the comments. You guys better stop.
All right, we're gonna go through a few of them.
I already seen them.
Concussion doctor is a non-team doctor. They work for the NFL. Of course they do. Of course they work for the NFL. We're talking about Tua getting knocked out, coming back in the game. The Reverend, NFL is very much suspect after the Tua thing. The NFL, PA are investigating. Well, I mean, I kind of thought that after, this is just me though, after they initiated the protocols that teams might start slipping on that a little bit. But let's let Jay kick off this segment.
So, which one do you want first, Premier or Burbank?
Oh, you know what we want. After you announced it, FD called me 5 seconds later telling me how excited he is.
Oh, yeah.
So let's start with that. That's what
I'm excited about both. I'm excited about both.
So let's start with a bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
So Burbank is on, and since we're talking about football, like it or not, it's got to be on Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl weekend, Super Bowl Sunday. So mark your calendars, February 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we'll be in Ontario Convention Center, California, not Canada, okay? Make sure you book the right flights if you're flying in.
No Canada.
So let me tell you a quick story about Burbank in our way to making the announcement for Burbank too. So earlier this week, we were finalizing the details of the contract. Then I was called to jury duty on Wednesday. So
interesting.
Fast forward a little bit, Thursday morning, Rob messages me, "Hey Jay, it's my birthday on Saturday. Can you do something for me? Can you make this my birthday gift? Can you figure out a way that we can make the announcement on my birthday for Burbank?"
Okay.
And we were switching reps with the convention center in this process. So the one who's taking over said, "Okay, we'll have the contract by Monday." No, we can't do that. Rob wants it Saturday.
Yeah.
So after waving the magic wand, I got the go. And here's the funny thing. So instead of a contract, they gave us a LOA.
Okay.
Okay. That would basically be like a guarantee that we accepted the terms and conditions. So out of rush of everything, instead of putting Rob's name, they put my name. Then they put Burbank Card Show, and they put President. I go, EJ, I'm president now. You're fired.
Oh wow,
new title.
Yeah, but we got it done. Got it done in time. Rob was happy. We're pretty stoked. We'll have the main hall. They call it Hall A and B. That would be a 70,000 square foot usable space. There will be a concession stands there for food in the main ballroom. And again, sorry, exhibit hall. They don't like me calling it the ball because they have ballrooms on the side that somebody else is going to be using.
Okay.
There's going to be, I think, 7 or 8 private rooms that we've also acquired for the event. And we have some plans for Sunday. We can't announce it yet because we're still working with our partners in that. But being Super Bowl weekend, we would like to find a reason for people to stay and come to the show on Sunday. Regardless of what, people got to pour in Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's guaranteed.
Okay, I can tell you when I first heard about this, I started talking about Super Bowl party.
Well, where do you want to be at Super Bowl weekend? Is the question.
Yeah,
That's true.
You probably want to be with a bunch of guys all crazy doing sports cards, right? All yelling.
Yep.
Yeah, so I know it's a risk. I know it's not, appetizing to some, but not everybody watches the Super Bowl.
No.
So there's going to be traffic regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And, if ever somebody wants to go to Arizona or Vegas, the airport's like 5 minutes away, an hour flight. You're there.
Wow.
That's
right?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of possibilities. And I think that will drive people from out of state to fly in regardless, whether or not they're doing the show on Sunday, because they're already here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If they want to go to Vegas, they want to go to Arizona, easy commute for them.
Very
So it's going to be crazy.
Ooh, I cannot wait. But we've been to the Ontario Convention Center in May, right? When we went to the Comic Con, and that place is big. That place was
big.
huge. And you guys got both rooms, you said?
A and B, Hall A and B.
Yeah.
There's another set of rooms, ballroom A, B, and C. That's not ours for this time. But if everything goes well, Rob wants the whole convention center for the next show.
Oh my God.
Oh, and everything,
every square foot of the convention center come Burbank 3.
Oh, so you guys already have plans for number. Oh, wow.
We announced Q1, Q3, right?
Wow. That is
Q3 is already penciled in, but we don't want to go that far ahead.
Wait, so what's the minimum vendors you said? 400 and something?
That's something I'm still working out with logistics because the rules of Fire Marshal is a little different in Ontario. Mm-hmm. So based on my calculation, somewhere between 400 to 450 plus corporate booths. So it's got to be, double, what you saw in Burbank or Marriott.
There's no lines either. There's not going to be any lines.
Well, we're making sure that, those long lines does not happen. So systems of operation for POS, pre-selling tickets, and so on and so forth. It's we learned from the first show. Mm-hmm. So we'll still probably going to make some mistakes, but it was minimal the last time. Hopefully, it's more minimal this time around.
I can't wait.
It's a different game because now we're required to have an EMT on site.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
For the whole duration.
Yeah, when you got the size of that, yeah.
There's metal detectors in the front door.
Mm-hmm.
There's security everywhere. There's ushers. They based on what they told me, they have about 2,000 parking slots available.
Damn. So. That's gonna be a lot. So I want to ask you, how did you guys pick Ontario? Because I went to Jimmy's today and they were just talking about why Ontario. And I was sitting there, I don't even know why they pick Ontario either. Because they were saying maybe the LA Convention Center.
So it's so easy to say, okay, LA Convention Center or Anaheim Convention Center. Those scales, you're talking about LA Convention Center, you're probably going to talk about like $500,000 to invest.
Oh.
And it's unionized too. So for those who don't understand what unions are, if you're a vendor and you're bringing even just cards in your showcase, at the back door, the union's going to stop you. They're going to charge you a fee just to carry and transport whatever you're bringing inside.
Oh, wow.
Because their reason is it's liability if you trip and fall doing so. that's liability for them.
Mm.
So the cost, not only for the promoter, but also for the vendors, is going to be higher. I think you've heard, I will not say which show it is. It happened to one of the shows out of state that all the vendors got shocked that they were getting charged for loading and unloading. And we're talking about, it's not $20, it's like hundreds of dollars
Oh,
just
wow.
to do that. So that's one. Number two, even before we knew how well Burbank did at the first show, I was already in talks with Ontario.
Hmm.
I did my scouting already. EJ gave me some information already. So Anaheim Convention Center, it takes 2 years just to even find a slot.
Hmm.
And that is if they're going to entertain you. You have to have a profile to show them that you have the capability to bring business to the city.
Mm.
So LA, we dropped LA right away because of the union thing. And same as Pasadena.
Oh.
Okay.
You know what, my city? That's
But
Pasadena.
both convention centers over there have unions.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still in the early stages. We don't want to deal with that for now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put a dot to that thing. Things can change over time, but for now, we have to make what's in our best interest to make sure we deliver a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Next will be Long Beach. So Long Beach is a PSA territory.
Yeah.
So they have to approve any vendor who is in competition with them. I'm not going to mention any names of any other grading companies, but I'm guessing from the last show, you guys want to see other grading companies there too.
Mm-hmm.
So it is still an option, but another thing we considered highly is the airport. I think that's key.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing is we want to attract vendors from out of state.
Yes.
The airport is very important. We don't want them driving, commuting with thousands of dollars in their carry-on, in their luggage of cards, and something happens. So we want them to be as convenient for those traveling, whether they're a vendor or they're just walking the show. So those are the considerations we thought of going into Ontario. So when Rob was hearing Ontario about me during the Burbank show, the first Burbank show, he wasn't sold on it because he hasn't seen the venue yet. As soon as I bring him there, game over. So,
Oh my god.
Well, it's good that you walk through that, Jay, because I think a lot of people have questions about what will make someone ... and you're giving a scope to what's the decisions that were made and why was this location picked?
yes, and Rob's goal is Anaheim.
Well, that's his goal.
That's his goal.
Man.
So he sent me a text. This is heaven for Jay based on the logistics. And he shows me the floor plan of Anaheim. And my response to him was, "Well, do you know there's an added zero on that bill?"
Because there's 2 floors, right, to the Anaheim Convention Center?
They have three facilities.
Yeah. That place is big too.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And remember, like for the city of Ontario, the goal of the convention center, they're owned by the city.
Mm.
Okay, so their goal is not to make money based on the rental of the convention center. Their goal is to bring business to the city of Ontario.
Yeah.
So that means booking hotel rooms, people bringing their families. Maybe the husband will go to the show, the wife and the kids will go to Ontario Mills, go shopping.
Wow.
Some who play golf, there's a new thing called Top Golf over there that people can go to. So there's things to do in Ontario.
Wow.
A lot of restaurants too. After we saw Ontario Convention Center, I had to, because that's my home turf. So I drove Rob around all the restaurants and all the hotels within striking distance.
Yeah,
So
when JD and I went before, we drove around,
Mhm.
and there's a bunch of stuff to do.
Yep.
Mhm.
I was shocked. I hadn't been in Ontario in years, and when I went, I only went to the airport to pick someone up. I never really been around the city. There's a bunch of stuff to do, places to eat of all different scale, places to shop.
Mhm.
People
And
are good at
we did a lot of research. So one thing I did is also look at the airport, where the flight's coming from. It's an international airport. They have a direct flight from China.
Oh wow! I saw
They have a
somebody from
direct
Australia, right?
they have a
DJ?
direct flight from Chicago, Denver, I believe New York.
Oh wow!
They have a connection to as far as Hawaii, Arizona, and everywhere else. So
cool.
it makes it convenient for people who are traveling, and the
Yeah.
hotels are cheaper.
Ooh, this is getting interesting. This is gonna be so much fun. I cannot wait for this.
Time to start booking rooms.
I know.
Yeah, just saving $50 a day on a room for the vendors is a huge deal.
Oh yeah.
Of course, it's not even close.
Saving another $50 taking an Uber or a limo to the convention center is a huge deal. So the nearest hotel to the convention center is right behind it, which is DoubleTree. You literally just have to exit DoubleTree and walk the sidewalk to get to the convention center. And DoubleTree has pickup and drop off service to the airport.
Okay.
Shit.
I'm taking notes there as you speak.
But it's open. That whole city's open compared to Burbank. It's
Mhm.
more easier to get inside to the convention center than Burbank would be. So
And-
man,
For those who don't know, Ontario Convention Center is within striking distance of the 15 freeway,
yep,
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
which goes all the way to Vegas, which goes all the way to San Diego.
Yep.
It's in the middle of the 10 and the 60,
Mhm.
which goes to LA, goes to Palm Springs, goes to Arizona. So even people who are driving, it is in the center of everything.
Sheesh, that's gonna be crazy. Oof, I don't know.
So Jay, it's going to start on that Friday, or is that going
Thursday.
to
Same format. We probably have a longer. Again, we don't have the exact schedule of when we open and close, but my proposal to them is give more than 4 hours for Thursday night, because people Thursday night kind of that's it. 4 hours closed, and
Yeah.
people were still dealing.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get the room open earlier for Thursday night. It's still gonna be VIP night.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then same thing, trade night, Friday, Saturday. We're probably gonna try to do maybe an hour more during Friday and Saturday, if possible, because Sunday's gonna be a shorter day.
Yeah.
Saturday's probably gonna be a shorter day.
And train
Sorry,
nights, too, right?
Sunday.
And then you guys gonna how many train nights are you guys gonna try to have?
At least one that's sponsored by the show itself.
Okay.
And we have a couple of partners who wants to host their own trade night. So the DoubleTree has a ballroom called Empire Ballroom, and it's bigger than the trade night at the Marriott.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
So,
Man.
and we also booked the second floor of the convention center, so that's also a possibility.
You guys got the second floor too?
We have the whole second floor.
What are you guys gonna do over there? You guys have any plans or not yet?
We just booked everything that's available, and
You'll
we'll
sort it
just
out.
use it.
Yeah, you get the square footage. You'll sort it
Uh-huh.
out.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
2023.
So you guys had some challenges going into the last one. What difference? What are you guys gonna go into differently to this one, to this show?
Well, we already faced our first challenge, is to getting a date for Q1.
Okay.
There was no available date for Q1 in Ontario.
Oh wow.
Rob goes, if I pay now, will you give us a date? And they still said no. Because you have to be professional about it, right? They have to make sure that whoever has first dibs gets first right of refusal and stuff like that. There was supposed to be a car show that weekend.
Mm.
And by God's grace, we were able to get in, and they were able to move that car show to a different date.
Wow, that's good.
That's why it had to land on Super Bowl weekend, because we don't have any other choice.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it lines up. You know, it brings cards, the event itself. It brings a lot of stuff together that the hobby probably has not seen. I mean, I haven't been to a show where a major sporting event is going on while the show is going on. I can only envision that we're going to be able to watch this game in detail, and there's going to be, you know, TVs around, things like that. We haven't experienced that before. So,
Yeah, so you know, we've been talking to a few companies already, working, you know, details on this thing. It's like Lego. It's gonna build one at a time, and by the time we're ready, we will announce every single thing as it comes. Because the thing is, we can't plan anything until we sign the dotted line, because we didn't even know we had a date.
mm-hmm.
You know, so there's a lot of work between now and, you know, 9, 10, 11, 12 of February. But we're pretty confident, like with your question, you know, what will be the challenges? The challenge is we're in a new venue. You know, there's going to be probably multiple entrances that we need to consider. You know, how do we get traffic in and out? How do we do the ticketing sales? Where are we going to put the grading companies? And so on and so forth. So just to let you know, whatever you saw with the grading companies at the first show, that is the minimum expectation.
Oh,
And Rob is trying to talk to these companies to do more, to have more involvement.
like on like same day grading.
I'm not going to say anything.
That's why it makes sense why you guys got the second floor now. It makes sense.
Yeah, that's a
Until they agree to whatever considerations there are. You know, all we have is our wish list and our want list, and knowing the results of the last show, you know, I think and we believe that our partners and future partners have more confidence in us now, that they've seen the return of their investment.
Yeah.
You know, so hopefully that's you know that's motivation enough for these companies to get more involved.
Wow.
Well, I can just say that I'm confident sitting here on September 25th that Burbank Card Show is going to take care of the people that's coming in the door. It's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an atmosphere. There's going to be some things that you probably have never seen before we know anything else or start talking more in detail. And that's the kind of stuff that gets me excited. The vendors are going to be proper. We've seen that at the first show. You have quality cars every aisle you walk in and every table that you're seeing. No matter what athlete you're interested in, something is there for you. That's what gets me excited.
According to EJ, 90 to 95% of our vendors have already recommitted.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's just a matter of bringing in more. So we did look at, you know, the comments from the last show. Somebody said we need more UFC. So at my show yesterday, there was a UFC guy, very heavy in UFC. So I took a look at his inventory. He showed interest for the Burbank, so he's under consideration.
Okay.
There's people saying you have to have a little bit more vintage. Same thing. There's this vendor yesterday from yesterday's show, very heavy on vintage. You know, so we're looking at their inventory right now. We're looking at their interest and so on and so forth. So
I know I've talked to people who frequent shows on the East Coast and who set up on shows on the East Coast who are already talking about, I can't wait until the next Burbank show to come out, either set up or walk the show and participate. So I've talked to several people.
There are several people and companies who at the first go told us maybe next time.
Mm-hmm.
And they missed out. And they know they missed out.
That's right. Yep.
There was one company, I can't mention again the name, who told EJ, you know what, maybe next time. When the company heard what happened Thursday and Friday, one of their top people came Saturday, last minute, just to see if the hype is real. And you were both there. The hype is real.
Oh, the hype is very real. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There really is no hype. It's the reality is real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a line, there's a hype. That line was wrapped around the building, so you could only imagine.
That was a good problem to have, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's all everybody talked
It was
about.
an indicator of something. It was an indicator of the demand for the show of entry.
And if that line wasn't there, we won't be moving locations.
Yeah,
because we were happy with the Marriott. It's a great venue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that place too. Man,
all I have to do is go down the elevator and go to the trade and kick everybody out, and that's it. Now the hotel's next door, so I have to go travel from the hotel.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Hey, we appreciate this, man. I mean, I'm excited right now. I told JD 5 minutes after you all got off that I'm hyped.
Yeah, I said let me make a few calls and see if I could grab one of them. So, luckily it worked out. But let's shift gears to premiere. So we got 2 new dates, and then November and October. So let's talk about that real quick for everybody that doesn't know about the local show.
Mm-hmm. So Premiere is trying to position itself for growth. Everybody knows who's been to the show. Our main hub is basically Brea and Westminster. Mm-hmm. We have 2 different markets there. Westminster is more for the day-to-day collector, day-to-day hobbyist. All price ranges are available, and Brea seems to be at least a little bit more mid-scale to higher end. In terms of what you see, the product that you see.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, Brea, I can't grow Brea no more. My max capacity is 82 tables, and that's North Orange County. I realized over time, especially after the Burbank show, there are people in the valley, in South Orange County, that will never travel to North Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
So one day JD was at the show and he asked me for advice on how to put up a show. So I already know what I had. I already know what is available there. The owner of the hotel that we use in Brea owns Arcadia and Santa Ana. So I told JD, hey, you know that the owner of this hotel is also the owner of the Embassy Suites in Arcadia. And is that too far from you? Because I don't know the valley that much. You know, when JD talked to me, he wanted closer to what, Pasadena, Burbank, right?
Pasadena, that's the goal.
You know, so, and that's the closest I can go for now.
For now, yes. We talked already about the big goal for me, so we'll see.
So I told him, you know, instead of making your own, why don't we just branch out, Premiere?
Mm-hmm.
You know, have the same promotion, have the same name, so that we can maintain quality and we can reach out to communities out there.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, we've been having some scheduling issues with the gym. So the light bulb came out, and I go, hey, Kobe, I don't know if we can rely on the gym long term, because with school back in session, they're going to use the gym for a lot of other activities and stuff like that. So I think we have to, you know, look at the bigger picture and see where we can go from here. And I do have Santa Ana available because it's the same ownership of the hotel chain. The thing is, I also didn't want to step on other people's toes, because we have Newport Showcase, who's, you know, part of Dynasty Mode, and DJ, who are part, you know, of the whole promotions in this local geographic. So I talked to DJ, hey, you know, what are your plans for Newport Showcase? So he gave me his take. I did offer him the possibility of maybe collabing or merging if he wants to. But I did tell him the plans that we're probably going to try out Santa Ana also. So he was okay with it. And my promise to him is I'm not gonna schedule a show when he's doing one at Newport Showcase.
Mm.
So going back to JD, so we originally planned for November
6.
6th.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because of the Bray schedule, the only thing I can get for October, because they're renovating the foyer, is October 29th. So October 29th to November 6th is too close.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the facility yet. Actually, we haven't seen the facility at all. um, but I have the floor plan. So I told JD, let me see what I can do. Then I contacted both hotels, and Santa Ana is available on the 17th, and Arcadia is available on the 18th. So Premiere historically will do a big show at the end of the year. So, and usually it's a 2-day show. So the plan now is to do Santa Ana on the 17th, do a trade act in Santa Ana, move to Arcadia the 18th for a doubleheader.
Mm-hmm.
And both locations can accommodate 106-foot tables.
Mm.
The only drawback is Santa Ana will charge parking. I was able to negotiate the parking fee to $8. It normally it's $25 because of the airport being there.
Oh wow.
But I think $8 is worth the security that the hotel provides.
Yes.
And the amount of parking that the hotel provides. So I think it's fair.
Yeah.
And I can still give people free admission to come into the show. We don't have to charge at the door. The vendor fees are basically going to take care of that. And if this does well, then we're probably going to do it at least twice a year, maybe once a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And if they grow on their own, maybe they can expand on their own too. So I told JD I'm gonna help you with Arcadia for the first show. Then I'm gonna transfer the management of Arcadia completely to him moving forward. Now, if they decide to do a Saturday, Sunday, since JD works only on the works most of the week and only can do it Sunday, there's another person we're talking to who is reputable in the hobby and somebody we can trust that probably can partner with JD.
Yeah.
To do Saturday, Sunday. I can't announce that person's name yet because I invited him to go to the show that week and see if he's going to be interested in partnering up.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the plan moving forward with Premiere. And actually, I already have a person inquiring to quote unquote franchise further down.
What already?
Premiere. Yep. So I'm all for it, and I think there's enough of the market around, for the show to go around. Because my original plan, when I was a vendor at Frankenstein's 2013, I talked to the vendors over there. Why are we paying, a permanent fee every month, every show, when the hobby's not that great at that time? The overhead's too much. Why don't we just, move from city to city like a traveling circus,
Mm-hmm.
and do shows? And at that time, people, it's going to be too much work, so on and so forth. But nowadays, it's very feasible.
I agree.
Especially with technology, Instagram, it's easy to market shows now.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get quality, but it's easier to at least let people know that there's a show going around.
And like you said before, people don't travel to certain places, so you'll bring the show to them.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably see FD less in Brea and more somewhere else if Premiere expands, because I know Brea is a bit of a drive for you.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a drive.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So that's the plan. So our test launch is going to be December 17 and 18. 2-day show. Santa Ana on the 17th. Embassy Suites is actually a bigger hotel. Brea looks miniature compared to Santa Ana. And Arcadia on the 18th. Another good reason for this is I always get messages at the Premiere IG. How come we don't do that many shows on a Sunday? I work Monday to Saturday, I can't go to your shows. So this is also an avenue for those people to be able at least to enjoy a show.
I cannot wait.
So we'll start booking tables for that probably next weekend. I just need to clear the books on the last prayer show. Then we'll start, assembling the list of vendors for the December show. Now you might see different vendors in Santa Ana and Arcadia. I'm gonna allow them to either choose both for a special price or just choose one venue if they can't do Sunday or they can't do Saturday. We're probably going to be very flexible with them on that. But just to give you some numbers, this last Brea show, normally I just do 78 tables. I actually had 82 or 83 tables this last Brea show. I kind of pushed it a little bit. I still have about a 30 table wait list at the end. Even the day before, like 3 or 4 vendors were still asking me for a table. And even during the show, a couple of them came in hoping to take over somebody's table. So Dynasty Mode got bought out of his table as early as 11:30. So one of the other people over there took over his table.
Oh, wow. Sheesh.
So hopefully that helps people, get into to the hobby more. Because Brea's roster yesterday, I think about 65-75% are new people.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
I was looking at some of the tables. I felt the newer ones, look a little slower than the regular vendors. But I asked them at the end of the show, "Did you do well?" And they said, "Yeah, book us for the next one." Wow. So I guess they didn't make numerous deals, but they made quality deals that got them interested. I bought a lot.
I saw some of your pictures, sir.
I'm broke.
Oh yeah,
man.
That Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was beautiful.
Out of 10, gold auto, gold ink.
Man,
yeah. I'm gonna have to sell a couple of cards to recover from that.
Well, everything I saw was quality.
That's not a green light to lowball me, okay?
That's crazy. Wow, I still can't believe it.
Yeah, so I think JD told me that for Arcadia, you're gonna bring some comic vendors too, right?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Spice it up a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited.
Yeah, Mr. Miller is one of my comic vendors at Brea. He hasn't set up the last 2 shows, but there was one day he came in. He just flew in from out of state. Told me, "Jay, I didn't have time to fix my inventory." So he had 3 tables and he brought all comics. At 12 noon, he comes up to me, "Jay, can I go home? Why? Was it too slow for you?" "No, somebody bought out all my 3 tables of comics."
Oh, he has quality stuff when he comes. He comes in from Phoenix, right?
I know he's local, but he travels a lot.
Yeah, so I've talked to him. He has quality comics. I wouldn't be surprised.
The guy in the corner, right?
Table out.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
And usually collectors, they don't stick to just one thing. Like my son bought some Funko Pops yesterday. So there's always something for everybody.
I have a friend I used to work with who now lives in Arkansas. I was talking to him the other day. He was at a show in Arkansas, and he's at a table selling cards and Funko Pops, and sold quite a few Funko Pops. Yeah, it's a lot of that.
As long as it makes the vendor happy, that's fine, and they're selling something that's legal.
That's right.
That's 100% true.
That is correct.
I actually stopped myself yesterday because there was a new vendor who brought in some custom cards, and I'm not a fan of those. The lenticular hot numbers set with Jordan. So people made a Kobe version of that, a LeBron version of that. and I'm really not a fan of those things because newer people don't know the difference between a custom made, especially if they copy the exact design.
Mm-hmm.
It's art, I understand that, but it's a little dangerous, seeing that it shows because people might think it's real.
Yeah.
So
I
completely understand. Well, Jay, I appreciate you coming on to tell us about what's going on at Burbank and what's happening with Premiere.
Yes,
And
sir.
it sounds like there's a increased demand for those wanting to set up and put traffic through the shows.
I think the Burbank show had a lot to do with it. Because
I
I remember before the Burbank show, the followers of Premiere was like, I have a screenshot of it. Hold on. So right now we are at 3,776 followers. I believe we just raised 3,000 followers before Burbank.
yeah. Big
So
jump.
when people saw the logo of Premiere associated with Burbank, it did help the brand too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very thankful for Rob and his brand for trusting the Premiere brand too.
Very good.
Yeah, man. But yeah, thank you, Tito J. I appreciate you coming on for a few minutes talking about it.
Yes, sir. So I'll see you guys in the future shows and
Yeah, I can't wait
obviously
to see you.
Burbank.
Yeah. Can't wait to see you. See
Mhm.
these great cars you picked up in person.
Yeah, I had to work the whole day today, so I'm gonna work on my pickups later on and post it on IG. So yeah,
All
it
right.
was a good buying show for me yesterday at Premiere. And when people saw me buy, they kept on going to my table. I'm already broke. I can't buy no more.
I'll tell you, I had like 2 or 3 people hit me with pictures of stuff that they picked up at the show.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think the response is still very good. People are coming up to me, thanking me, for the show and stuff like that. That's usually gives me motivation to do better every single time. So I'm happy that we were able to accomplish what we wanted to accomplish since day one.
Yeah.
I never really expected to grow Premiere to this level, which we're leveling up next, but hopefully it's all for the good.
Well, I'll say this. So when we first started the channel, I used to tell people my futuristic view of the California market. What's happening in the Bay Area, what's happening in LA, and what's happening in San Diego. And some people were like, what are you talking about? It just didn't make sense to me. And this is something that was talked about in the live when you all was on and resonated with me. It didn't make sense to me to travel all around the country when I'm in the second largest city in America.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to say this all the time, and people look at me like, what do you mean? Like, why wouldn't you go here, there, and here and there? And what Dion and other people have going on in the Bay Area, what Burbank is doing and the Premiere is doing in the LA area, and what the Union is doing in San Diego area, Del Mar area, really all around San Diego, it just brings home what I was talking about 18 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what I was talking about. Like this just all makes sense. And that's what gets me so excited because this is a large market. This is a large state. There are many different markets here. We've talked about a few of them with Burbank and Premiere. There are a lot of cars to be sold, purchased, a lot of places to go to do them. I can't wait to walk into these shows and see them and to
Mm-hmm.
be a part of it. I can't wait.
Well, the simple logic is people travel to go to Rob's car shop,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
right?
yeah.
I travel an hour at least to get to his car shop.
But I go in there and I see people from all over.
Yep.
People from all over the world, people from all over the country.
Yep.
You can pick up an accent. You're like, hey, where are you from? And we start talking.
So that's a good sign, that shows that people are willing to go where the quality is, you know where the cars are.
Mm-hmm.
And by bringing the vendors out of state, you have your local inventory plus your out of state inventory, and that's the recipe for success. So for the Burbank show, just to close out for me before I sign off. Um, Burbank is the show. The reason it did well is because it's backed up by the brand of Burbank. Ryan bought cards all day, Friday and Saturday.
Yes, he was packed. Yes.
And that money came back to the room. That made people a little bit more liquid. That made people enjoy it more because they're more flexible.
Mm-hmm.
The terminology "cash is king." If you have the cash, people got to work more with you and make better deals with you. So that I think helps a lot in the market, especially here in California. When people come up with cash, it's easier to do negotiations.
That's true. 100%.
That's why I had to liquidate some of my stuff because I need to be more liquid come the next Burbank show. I want to enjoy at least one day as somebody walking.
That was a good show.
I sold my whole Lillard PC.
You sold your what? You sold your what?
My Lillard PC.
Mm-hmm.
All gone.
Wow.
All gone. And guess who's the buyer?
Who was that?
Burbank.
Oh. I guess. Why not? If you're gonna sell, go to Burbank. They'll buy anything.
Yeah, I saw pieces go to Coleman, to Boosted. Every time I see those pieces, I kind of cringe a little bit. But it's time to move on from that. I enjoyed that already. It's time for other people to enjoy those cards.
Mm.
Oh, you talk about Coleman and Boosted.
Uh-huh.
Those are good people to move those cards to.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Jay, I really appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you.
I will see you around.
Can't wait to see you.
Thank
I'm
you.
signing off. Thank you.
All right, sir.
Oh, that was fun. Ooh.
JD. That was
All
cool.
right, man. Let's get to it because let's just get it out the way before anybody starts starting.
Let's talk about it. Go ahead and talk about
All right,
it.
let's start the comments before when I jumped on, I already saw it. So hurry up, just bring it to me before I get before.
Well, there's the question.
I don't know, man. Did you watch the game?
Yeah. What?
Oh, it was on TV today, huh?
You up? Yeah, watch the game.
That game was so stressful.
Hey, it's nobody's fault. The receiver, what's his name that caught the pass on the side, and then caught the touchdown?
Collins? Mac, Collins. Yeah.
Collins was playing beyond himself, but the pass to Waller for 2 points that just wasn't going to work.
I don't know why they try. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know why they try to fit. They did it. It happened remember when they first went down there, like 4 minutes left, he throws the pick. Like, why do you keep throwing? Like, obviously something's wrong with him today. He's not catching anything. But
he likes to eyeball Waller and throw balls to him. It was like that last year. I mean, he likes to try to get him the ball. I don't know what that is.
That's so frustrating. I was like, okay. I had a feeling it was gonna come down to one play. But I was like, man, we're gonna take it to overtime. Like it just felt right. And then I don't know what the problem. I feel like our defense just sucked. And you jinxed it in a. You know what FD texted me? Let me show you it. Hold on. Let me go through my message.
There's no. Believe me, I don't believe in jinxing.
No, he jinxed me. Hold on. Let me tell you what he said.
I called something early, man. This game is over. Some people.
No, he said. Hold on. The first thing he was like, wait, hold on. Where is it at? He's like, oh yeah, he said, I don't think the Titans can keep this going. I was like, don't jinx us. And what do you know?
I think they could, and that's before they went up 14 or something.
Yeah, I was like, man.
Yeah, I didn't think they could. But the whole thing about dumping the ball off to Derrick Henry in the middle of the field, the Raiders had no answer for that.
I don't know. They're playing like what's the term? They're playing to the sticks. Is that what it's called when you're playing towards the
Yeah, when you're just trying to make a first down.
Yeah. I got mercy.
Yeah.
I might not wear it next week when they play, but I don't care. I'll wear it.
Rock number 4, man.
Man, but that game was stressed. I was like, whatever, dude.
Every week, I'm gonna just tell you this. Every week, I look at a quarterback, and it's every quarterback almost, and I say, "Is this person a future Hall of Fame?"
Oh man, I don't know who to blame this week. I'm blaming the defense. But I don't know, FD. It's right, man. From going,
Saviv is on it. He said no urgency all game. We go for 2-point conversion and we rush.
I don't. And you know what? It makes me mad. Like Jacobs is getting like good rushing, like he's rushing. He's getting good runs, and they go away from it. Like it gets to the point they become predictable.
But you got to ask yourself: can Jacobs also take that
Yeah,
all season long? I just don't think he can.
we rushed the ball only 16 times this whole game.
Well, that's probably where you need to leave him at.
Well, I mean, but I texted you. It's the long term. Like you know what I mean. It's the season's. We got what 14 games, like 15 more games left, or whatever. Like we'll see what happens. I just like man, we're the only 0-3 team in the NFL right now. Like that's crazy to me. I never seen anything. I didn't think that was gonna happen to us this year.
Jacobs rushed 13 times for 66 yards, 5.1. That's probably about all he can do, man. But we don't have any other running backs.
Hey, but
this
you know
what I'm talking about. But so this puts the pressure on Carr. Carr threw the ball 26 times for 44 completions, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he can't play better than that, man.
But I mean that pick wasn't his fault though. Like he that wasn't his fault. I don't think the interception was his fault, but at the same time, it's just like when you get to the point where you don't establish a running game, the defense.
Yeah, but you know what? There are a lot of teams in the NFL that can't establish a running game. So they're putting pressure on these quarterbacks and these tight ends. Yeah. And these receivers running these mid-seam routes to get it done.
And then they doubling Devontae Adams. Like, damn, you guys can't double anybody.
I would have a corner. I would walk a linebacker out, and I would put a safety on top of him. Why wouldn't you?
Man, they need to do everything they can. But still, like, I don't know. I feel like it's coming to a point where they're trying to force feed certain players instead of just going with the plan. Because it's I don't know. We'll see. But again,
the running game, man,
the running game has to be established right away. They can't run away from it. And we got to stop these, man. We got to stop them on defense. But the only good thing is, though, all the other teams in our division lost today. Even Kansas City lost, which I was surprised.
I'm still going to say, and people are going to say, FD, I don't know what you're talking about, but Kansas City is not who people think they are. I'm going to say this over and over again. It has nothing to do with them losing this week. I've seen even how they play. It's not what it used to be. And people can say, oh, we're not missing Cheetah. What are Juju Smith-Schuster's stats this year? What are they? Do you know?
I don't know. Nothing good. I mean, they're relying on Kelsey a lot, though. That's what they're doing.
And that's what they're going to continue to rely on. And this is the same reason why Brady struggles, because he was dumping the ball. We're talking about dumping the ball. Derrick Henry was dumped to today. Brady was dumping the ball all the time to Gronk. There's no Gronk anymore. So Brady is not that kind of player. Julio Jones, I think, is hurt. So who are you throwing to? I mean, when somebody's on your back and you're running, who are you going to throw the ball to? You got to throw it to someone that's dependable. And man, we can get into, like I'm looking at the highlights right here. We can get into Buffalo. We can get into Miami later. But I want to talk about that as well.
Yeah, I still can't believe that they lost. Like, but I mean, that's the NFL for you. That's just the NFL for you. Because I did not think who won today. I didn't think Green Bay was gonna win. Honestly, I didn't think the Chargers were gonna lose. I didn't think Philadelphia was gonna manhandle the Commanders, and then Chicago came up and won too. Like, it's just this week. This week is very it's very crazy. But it's still early in the season. But at the same time, you can't go down 0-3 in the season and expect to make the playoffs. Like.
So Juju Smith-Schuster has played in 2 games, had 9 receptions for 89 yards.
Oh, wow.
He has, in his career, he has 3,944 yards, receiving 26 touchdowns. Now, I know he was hurt last year. I realize that.
Did you see Patrick Mahomes and the offensive coordinator going at it?
Yeah.
Eric, I don't know his name.
Eric Bieniemy? Yeah. They're going to go at it. Did you see him going at it when they was winning?
Yeah.
I never saw that. I never saw them going at it when they was winning. But they're going to be going at it because this offense is not what it used to be. And Mahomes will have to do more. There'll be more on him, more people will criticize and critique his passes, his what his intentions were on the throw. Who was he throwing to? How were they being defended? It's going to be more of that. Now, when you have the cheetah, and I'm not a big fan of the cheetah.
Oh, but he making that team look good, FD.
But when you have the cheetah, man, how he stretches the field because that safety has to respect him. These corners have to respect him. That outside linebacker knows he can't stay with that man. That changes everything. And if you don't have that.
That opens up everything for that whole offense. You got Jalen Waddle going crazy, Tyreek Hill. Like
just think what Antonio Brown did for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're still trying to find somebody that can do that for him.
He's so Antonio Brown, even though he's a little crazy, but what he brought to the game, what he brings to a team is like no other because he just attracts attention. It's
Antonio Brown, Randy Moss. We can just name them off recent receivers that can just stretch the field. I'm missing somebody right now. These players stretch the field, make it easier for other people, take pressure off running backs, tight ends, and everybody else that's within 15 yards of line scrimmage. And if you don't have that, then you got to make up for it somewhere. So, and even the 49ers back in the day had John Taylor. Even the Dallas Cowboys. I can't remember who was opposite. Oh man, I gotta look this up now. It's gonna bother me.
Who? I don't only Michael Irvin.
No, Harper. Harper was opposite. Oh man. Yeah, Mac Jones supposedly has a high ankle sprain. Doesn't look good.
Oh, he's out for at least a month. That's a month.
You know those high ankle sprains, man.
Those are tricky because you think you'll be good. Because you think you'll be all right. And then 2 minutes later, you're in worlds of pain. So I believe it.
Can we get in the tool? Let's get in the tool.
That thing was crazy. They're going to get in trouble.
They got to get in trouble. So
they're going to get in trouble.
Somebody had to answer some questions for that.
Because he got hit, right? And then they brought him back.
That right there was like football in the 70s and 80s.
But he got hit and they brought him back, right?
He got pushed, banged his head against the ground, got up, was completely gone. Like he was concussed. He didn't know what really was going. It was hard for him to keep his balance. You saw him trying to shake his head, trying to shake it off. They took him out. From what I understand, is that they said he had an ankle sprain, brought him back in. When the way he was when he got hurt, he should never been back in that game. Yeah,
without him, they probably would win that game though. So I mean, at desperate times, but it's still early in the season. Like, come on now, that's your franchise quarterback. The fact that they got that game out too, but you know what I'm thinking though, like that the last play. Why are you fighting for those extra yards? You're already in field goal range. Like, just get down and go, and you don't even get out of bounds. Like, that's the worst part of it all. So I'm just like, man, they could have. I wanted to see a last-second field goal.
Yeah, so I watched the Buffalo Bills. I watched that play at least 6 times.
No urgency. There was no. They didn't know what to do.
None. The linemen are just walking to the line. The only person that had urgency was the guy who caught the ball from Allen, ran, didn't get out of bounds. When he got up, he's trying to get back.
He got hurt.
But everyone else is chilling, walking to the line.
People are doubting Allen now for some reason. I don't know why.
Really? You think people are doubting Allen? Huh?
I'm telling you, you see what one game does, right?
There's going to be more doubt for Allen. There's going to be more doubt for Tua.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence had a good day today. There's going to be more doubt for Trevor Lawrence.
He beat Herbert, but Josh Allen threw 63 times. That is a lot.
But that tells you, I told people, that was a guy, I was out before the season started. There was a guy I bumped into who was a big Broncos fan. And I asked him, he was like, oh, man, we're going to Super Bowl. I was like, I don't know about that. And he was like, why don't you know about that? I said, who's your tight end and who's your running back? Those are 2 questions I asked him. And Singletary was there. I don't know where he's at now.
Oh, we had this in the we talked about it in the show.
Yeah, but he's not going to make it throughout the whole season. He's undersized. And who's their tight end? So that means there's going to be more pressure on Josh Allen. So, yeah, he has to throw the ball 60-something times in the game. Back in the day, the average NFL game only had 60 plays. Most of the ones today only has 60 plays, 64 plays. That's all you're going to get.
How many plays did they run today? Because they'll tell
I'm
you.
going to look up here. Josh Allen threw the ball 63 times, which is ridiculous. 42 of 63 for 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, 94.7 quarterback rating.
They had the ball for 49 minutes. They almost had the ball the whole game.
They only ran the ball 23 times, man. So they mustered up 86 plays, man.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot. And then you go over to Miami, 2 of 13 of 18. Bridgewater was 0 of 2. They ran the ball 17 times. They didn't even have the ball, man.
That's the crazy part. And they won.
They didn't have the ball.
They were efficient with what they had with the ball. I mean, Tyreek Hill didn't even do anything either. He only had 33 yards.
I'm trying to find time of possession.
Oh, it's 40 minutes to 19 minutes.
That's crazy, man. How you lose that game? This is why the offensive coordinator was losing in the booth.
Yeah, they had to. Somebody had to cover it because he knew he was going. He was probably calling all types of names and calling all
Did
types.
you see the video of him losing?
Mm-hmm.
Losing it.
I can't believe it. Heard this.
It looked like Jameis Winston came out and had the same game they usually have.
I know what happened to the Saints. I thought the Saints were gonna win. Oh, he threw 2 picks. Wow.
Yeah, man. Jameis Winston, 25 of 41, 353 yards, one touchdown, 2 interceptions. That's Jameis Winston, man. This is how it goes.
So who's undefeated still? Oh, the Dolphins, the Eagles, the Giants. That's it. And I got the Giants beating the Cowboys tomorrow, so that's gonna be
Yeah, who beating the Cowboys tomorrow?
the Giants.
I don't know about that.
They don't. Well, come on, FD. Why not?
You a Jones fan?
Over Cooper Rush? Why not?
Okay.
Come on, F Dizzle. Don't start with that.
That if the Giants win, Saquon Barkley better have a great game.
He's gonna have to have a great game. He's gonna have like 200 yards and like 4 touchdowns.
Better have a great game. There's been a lot in the news lately about cleaning cards.
Well, I'm doing it too, so. But I heard they're altering stuff. I'm just cleaning. I told you, right? I got my last sub. I subbed 34 cards. I got 17 10s, and the rest are 9s. So I feel like that's a W.
Are you servicing your cards yourself?
Yeah, the JD. I can't think of a name right now.
The JD Express.
No, JD. Yeah, I guess that'd be cool. I do it myself. I mean, there's only certain cards where I'll take it to somebody, but I mean, I don't know. I did the FD thing where you said flip it upside down and you can see something else. You'll see the difference in the card.
Hey,
So,
man,
I mean,
a different way of looking at something.
We'll see how it goes. I was hoping to get it this weekend, but I'll probably go get it Wednesday or Tuesday. So we'll see how that will go.
Did you send a Kareem in?
No, not yet. Where is it at? I don't even know where it's at. It's somewhere hiding. It's not. It's right here. I think I'm gonna send it just to get it. The auto. I'm not gonna send the card. I mean, it don't matter at that point.
Oh, how does the card look?
There's a dimple on it, so I don't want to like bring it in. I don't want to get the card graded unless it's a 10.
Understood.
Because I mean, it's only right. So I'm probably just gonna get the card graded, the auto graded, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, I've been talking. I asked 1,000 people the same question. They told me there's still value in just the card being the auto being graded.
That is so bad.
So
you have a rare card there. Yeah, that's so bad.
Yeah, and I mean, he's leading for now. He's the all NBA scoring leader. So I mean,
yeah, even if he's number 1 and number 2, a lot of value there.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm excited. I want to send it in. I'm gonna send it in tomorrow, and then hopefully I get it by Delmar so I could show off a little bit. Because I don't even see a lot of Kareem. autos in person.
Mm-mm. I know Flipstar has some, but I don't see a lot of different ones. So. The Reverend says any goal out of 10 of Prism is quality. Yeah.
I agree. I always believe in that, but FD knows about that. Was it the black gold? That's different.
Yeah. We'll see how different it is.
Oh, it's different.
Did you watch? You probably didn't. I home in on these things. Did you watch the Steve Kerr Golden State press conference the other day?
It was today, right?
I think it was yesterday or the day before.
I saw Jordan Poole talking about what's a good pool party or something. That was it.
Well, Kerr talked about Poole needs to play more defense and be consistent at it, get more playing time. He talked about James Wiseman. People know that he's set back because he's lost 2 years. But he's
But
still
look at Embiid.
that's what he was saying. He said he's still 21 years old, and now the clock starts on his development. But he also said that the vets on the team like his work ethic. And he comes with his, ready to go every day that he shows up. So, Iguodala's back. Iguodala in his announcement podcast talked about the fact that he's going to be pushing people like
Moody,
Kuminga and Moody to make sure that they're handling their business. They have a culture, man. It's a culture that's very different than most professional organizations.
They're better than the Heat and the Spurs. So we'll see.
Well, the Heat with LeBron and them, they just has LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Wade. I don't know how much. I haven't heard too many conversations about culture going on.
But I mean, the biggest culture out of the NBA is the Spurs, supposedly. So, but I always said Steve Kerr is a mixture of Phil Jackson, Pop, and whoever else he coached with. But
Michael Ham, what's up, guys? What's going on, Michael? Good to have you here. The Reverend Rebs with Prism. I only want 4: silver, green, gold, or flat color patches. Matches. The Doves have championship DNA, so if the young guys don't put in work, they will be gone. It will be. But I think they try to bring in the right people up front. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of conversations about what the expectation level is here, which is why I think Anthony Edwards is not with the Spurs. You heard the story with Anthony Edwards in his workout, right?
With what?
So he goes to a workout with Bob Myers and Steve Kerr. And they have him doing the Steph Curry drill. Well, Steph runs quickly around the court, and he has to shoot threes. And so Anthony Edwards is doing that drill, and then Steve Kerr walks over to him and says, "Hey, you can't run any faster than that?"
But you think he wanted to go there?
You think he wanted to go to Minnesota?
I don't know. He looked like he wants to be that guy, but shit, I'll go to Golden State. Look at he already got Wiseman already got a wing. Pool party got a wing already. Like, come on. What's more important? Like, you're learning on the fly. Like, wait, there's a difference with that though. Like, Wiseman and all of them, they're learning with experience while winning. Anthony's learning, no winning. Like, I don't know. I'd rather go, like we talked about in the beginning, I'd rather go play with Brady and learn from him and still get a title.
But are people willing to decrease their number of minutes, decrease their scoring average, be expected to play defense, and be a part of a team?
I mean, at this point, you got no. I mean, why not? I mean,
but there are a lot of people that are not interested in that.
You know what sounds cool? NBA. What sounds cooler? NBA all team first team player JD or NBA champion JD? Like, I'm taking the champion any day. Like it don't
well, that's what Parker, Ginobili, and all of them had going on. And Ginobili didn't care anything about how many points he scored.
And he still made the Hall of Fame. So that's a perfect example for everybody.
Well, he was instrumental in his home country. He's instrumental in the NBA.
He made coming off the bench cool. Like he made all these players that come off the bench made it easier because of how successful they could possibly be.
The young guys want the highlight reels instead of developing their game. Who does that sound like?
LaMelo.
Who else?
You
want to say it? I know you want to say it.
Ja Morant.
Mm-hmm.
But Ja's trying to see. Ja wants to have it all. He wants to be able to have the game, the money, the fame, the success. He wants everything and more. But he needs to be patient because that thing.
You name one player in NBA history that's had it all?
Probably Kawhi, not Kawhi. LeBron, Curry.
You think LeBron? The Curry's a very reserved guy, man.
That wanted. Oh,
Man,
MJ.
I don't even think
probably MJ.
Well, when Mike played, you didn't see a lot of Michael Jordan unless it had something to do with basketball. You never saw Michael Jordan in the offseason talking or doing anything or in a club, or you just never saw that. And I know there was different times. He could have been there.
Well, we didn't have a phone back then. If you want to take a picture of somebody, you got to wait like a few days. But I mean, it's different. It's totally different from what it was from now and back then. Like you're gonna wait a few. You're not gonna hear about anybody until the news comes out. Literally, you can't go on your phone and turn on the TV like it used to be, like it is now.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Man, I can't really think of a player that had it all. I've been thinking about
the Reverend breaks something down here. And this is what I'm talking about. Superstars don't want it all. They want to win, and that is why there are very few GOATs. And this is why I say there are only like one or two players you talk about in the game of basketball every 20 years. That's it. There's only a few quarterbacks really worth talking about. There's a lot of, conversation about other people. But there's only a few quarterbacks really worth talking about. There's only a few running backs really worth talking about.
Yeah. I mean,
that. What did Jonathan Taylor do to that?
I don't know.
I've been watching Jonathan Taylor just to see how's he progressing over there with Matty Ice. Let's see here.
They got him a W. Let me see. Oh, he had 71 yards, but running it 21 times.
That's decent. It's a decent day. I mean, they didn't run him into the ground today. That's a pretty decent day. Didn't have any touchdowns. 3.4. I mean, the average could have been better. But Matt Ryan is his quarterback.
That is true. Let me see.
Yeah, Reverend, I saw your list. Yep.
Supers don't want to. They want to win, and that's it. Shoot, man. There's not even a lot of superstars in the NBA right now. There's pretenders, but there's not like 100% like, oh yeah, he's a superstar. Like, let's sign him. We already went through the list, but like,
it'll be interesting to see this year what happens. What kind of how we move. Last year people were saying Steph wasn't that great. Doesn't have a Finals MVP. Now he has one. He's got a fourth ring. They put his team on his back. Came out game one, had 21 points at halftime. They lost that game. He went on to win. Every year, something is a little bit more solidified.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, we'll see what
And then ESPN dropped their top 5 players for the 2023 season. They got Giannis at number 1, Jokic, Luka, Embiid, and to round it off, we got Mr. Stephen Curry. LeBron didn't even make the top 5.
Did that shock you?
Mm-mm.
Giannis being number 1 did shock me.
I don't know how he's number one. I mean, it's easy to nitpick everything though with Giannis, honestly.
Durant was over John Morant.
Wait, what?
Durant's number 8 on that list. John Morant's number 9.
I mean, hold on, what you trying to say?
No, I'm just making statements. I'm just looking at the list.
Well, Durant should be. They have Tatum at number 7, LeBron at number 6, and who's at number?
Devin Booker number 10.
Who?
Devin Booker. Jason Tatum at number 7. Jason Tatum's better than Kevin Durant.
Hell no, not after that finals performance.
No, he wasn't better before.
Why can't I go see the list? What's going on? Oh, here it is.
All right.
Let me see. Number 25 was Ant-Man. Donovan Mitchell came at number 24.
What's Chris Paul?
I don't know. I don't see him.
I didn't think so.
Oh, he's number 21.
Oh.
Anthony Davis is number 20.
Chris Paul's better than Ant-Man?
No. Bradley Beal was number 19. Rudy Gobert was 18. Jimmy Buckets was 17. Trae Young was 16. Paul George 15.
Rudy Gobert is 18?
Yeah. Damian Lillard is 14. Cat is 13. Kawhi 12. And number 11 was Mr. Harden.
That's an interesting list, man. Even Shaq was like, Shaq says, what y'all think about this list? I don't know.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Let me just see who the top 30 players are in the league. I just want to see what it was. They even have Kate Cunningham at number 35. They had Kyrie. They had Kyrie at 33. So I was like, whatever. I'm not entertaining that. They had Andrew Wiggins at 32. Chris Middleton at 31. Pascal at 30. Ingram at 29. DeMar at 28. And Levine at 27. Drew at 26. And there's that. So
Benjamin things, it says Jason Tatum swept Durant in the playoffs. Does that mean Jason Tatum is better than Durant?
No, I just think the Celtics was just a better team this year. That's just me though.
I think when they hang up their cleats at the end of their careers, I don't think there's gonna be any comparison between Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant.
I don't think Jason Tatum has that it factor that KD has.
I don't think so either.
And that's nothing wrong with it. Like Jason Tatum might be like the Carmelo Anthony of the NBA, like this year era. But to compare him to KD, like KD's done things that Tatum wish he could only dream of doing right now. So we'll see.
Yeah. A lot of basketball playing. The Reverend says, compare that basketball list to the sports cards list. I bet it will be vastly different.
Oh yeah. Who's number one right now? Number one will probably be Curry. No, it'll probably be Ja.
Number one where?
Sports cards. I think it'll be Ja.
What
What are we going by? Like terms of like how many times we see the card, like I can't even say it.
popularity? What?
The proper yeah.
I know Ja is submitted a lot. His cards are submitted a lot to be graded.
So I guess you could say Ja Morant. Yeah, there you go. Oh, PSA dropped it. Hold on, let me see. PSA, PSA always wow. PSA always has they do that like top 10 for the month. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Local says, are we talking top NBA players? Let's talk top 10 all-time NBA lists. Prism things, hi FD and JD. So you fellas want to put Steph as number one? So can I play something? Can I play something right quick?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me play something right quick. Hope this. Let me know if you can hear this.
How can he be the best man? I want, So that's how I view it. I believe that the best player in the world is Steph Curry.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The next player.
You said what?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He said that you're the best.
I was like, thought you were making that up.
Oh no.
He's so silly.
I guess they had their media day too.
That's what
he
you
offered
said.
that.
Gotcha. Well,
So Prism things. I'm not saying anything. I'm just
All right.
I'm just listening to those who play.
Okay, I got it. They only gave me top 5 though. F Dizzle. Top 5 MJ. Oh, there's no movement. It's MJ, Kobe, LaMelo, and LeBron, and to finish it out, Mr. Anthony Edwards.
So LaMelo is hot with people. So LaMelo is very popular.
Where's he at on this list?
That's a good question. Where's LaMelo at?
Man, De'Aaron Fox. I'm telling you. Oh, LaMelo's number 41. So if we were talking cards, he'll probably be in the top 10. I mean, just because of like the prospecting side of things, you could say. I mean, it's showing right here PSA, and then I guess you could throw in Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man's more of a buy or investing than.
Hey, everywhere I go, people are buying that man.
I saw all my Ant-Man. I was like, whatever. I want to buy an Ant-Man that's like valuable to me. So we'll see. But let me see. Hold on. Let me see what else we could come up.
Hey James, what's up? Good to have you here. Loco says I can't remember if JD has talked about this, but do you have LeBron in your all-time top 10 list?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. But you guys got to remember, FD watch more basketball than me, so that's why his.
Yeah. It's a. I mean, you have your own list.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't want people to be killing me because I ain't gonna be naming like Oscar Robertson or anything like that. It's just like
you have your own list, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know where. My number one player is probably gonna be Kobe or MJ. No, you guys can't ask me because if I tell you my top 10, I'm gonna break the internet right now because I'll just make everybody mad because you already know what I'm gonna say.
It's all good. It's your list.
But I don't know. I can't think off the bat. But Kyrie's in there for sure. You guys know that.
Reggie brings up a point here. What is Zion?
Yeah, I think Zion will be in the top 10 right now too. So we'll go Ja. No particular order. Ja, LaMelo, Zion, LeBron, Curry, Tatum probably. That's 6. So I can't name 4 more players that people would like to invest in, or that in the card industry.
Sorry.
Probably Kobe. You think Kobe's still in it?
I don't know, man. No, I don't. Not nationally. I don't know.
What do people like to like? Oh, Giannis. So that's 7. I guess Trae Young, right? People want to buy Trae Young all of a sudden since he got
DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, DeJounte
Murray is about to come in and change the whole ecosystem of the NBA.
I can't think of 3 more NBA players that people want to. That will.
Let me play this. Let me play this. See if I can find it. And people tell me who they think this is. Hold on, let me play this.
Oh, Luka. Yeah, there you go. See, Luka. There you go. Yeah. So one more.
The main fact. So let me play this clip, and please tell me who this is. You got to tell me now. Hold on, let me find it. Hey, here we go.
Is it a game?
I'm gonna see if you can tell me. There's some strong statements made here. Let me turn this volume up. Here we go.
Those guys in the locker room are the guys that I know who we had dinner with last night. We all believe what we can do, and we believe we can win a championship. I know I do. And, I express that to my teammates, and I know they have that same mentality. So, it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of us or anything like that. It's all about what we can do and what we show. So I'm just ready more than ever to go out there and play this year so we can show that.
Oh, that's Trey.
Yeah.
Trey Boo Boo though.
So let me just ask. Can I ask this question? Should I ask this question?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Atlanta win a championship?
Oh, hell no.
Does he believe what he just said?
You know the thing with Trae Young though is like, unfortunately, when he gets hot, FD, you saw it when he had that run in the playoffs that year. That boy is a matchup problem.
Okay, but let me just tell you this: every year I see him go to the playoffs, right? They pull a big, athletic, small forward or big 2 guard out, and
game over. Yeah,
Ice Trae disappears.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have the firepower to actually go head to head with Brooklyn and the Celtics, but You just don't got that. They don't have that player that goes like when you used to go play pickup or whatever. When you know there's a player there, they're not getting off the court no matter what. Like you just know, like it's an unspoken rule. Okay, we know he's the best player on the court. Like he's gonna run like we know we gotta stop him. Like I'm not worried about that with Trey Young when I watch him play. Like he doesn't have that it factor to me where I'm just like, throw the whole kitchen at him. I'm not worried about him like that. But I may be wrong because everybody compares him to Curry, but he doesn't play like Curry. Curry's more fearless than him, and he's not afraid of the moment. So I don't know. I don't even think they're gonna win the division, honestly, because I think the Heat's still gonna win.
Hey, I played that 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Looked at body language.
Nobody worry about him. What does Murray bring to the table that will automatically push them to contenders?
Nothing.
Like
I don't see anything.
I don't. Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? They can't if they play the Celtics. Who's gonna lock up Tatum and Brown?
Well, the Celtics are done. I mean, the Celtics.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm just throwing. I'm just
Come
throwing.
on, dog.
I'm just.
Woo! Celtics have been done
I'm
since
just throwing a name out.
6.
Well, who else then? Like, unfortunately, Brooklyn. Like, they can't match up with Brooklyn. They can't match up with what's that team? The Sixers. Like, they can't. But we'll see. That's why you got to play the game. But we got to wait till June and May to
Maybe
see.
Capella. Maybe Capella's about to come.
Hell no. All you gotta do is run a 1-5 pick and roll. Bring him outside. That's it. Game over. Like what?
I don't know, man.
But let's jump into this
Sometimes
one.
I think when people say stuff, maybe they're talking themselves into something. Maybe they're trying to.
They said let's do the top NBA, like overall or just right now.
Prism thinks, as fellows, we need to define a criteria for being in the NBA top 10. I don't know if there's one criteria. Is there? I think everybody has a different list and for different reasons.
And then there's another one. The one Loco.
Oh, Loco say, yes, that's the final criteria. I would start with players to change the game, like Tim Duncan, Loco. Right?
What?
The Reverend says Zion. Which I think people here are talking about. We talking about current players?
Yeah, you guys got to be specific. What we talking about? Current players is easy. All time is a different story.
We have Zion, Giannis, Ant-Man, Luka, LeBron, Trey, Durant, Curry, and Kobe are my top 10. Reverend, are you talking about like what? Just let me know what's there. Like what? How did you? What? I guess I'll use Prism's thing. What is the criteria of how you came up with that list? Loco says I picked up 2 Jordan Poole Genesis PSA 10s today at the show.
Damn.
Good pickups.
What show is this in the Bay?
Yeah, I think.
Reverend's talking about investing. Dang. There's 3 different lists now.
I'll say yes.
That's different.
Okay.
Investing. That's tough because it's hard to invest.
Everybody's gonna think differently on that.
Yeah, that's different because your money's going into that. Yeah, I wanted to drive up to the Oakland show today. Oh well. Probably should have went to the show than watched the game.
Loco said, but I want to know what JD thinks. I already know what FD thinks.
Of what? Oh, that.
He's talking about top 10
of all time. All time is tough though, because you got to go with like. For me, it's more to it than just changing the game. There's like skill that goes into it off the court. What you do off the court, how marketable you are, what you're doing with your career. Like, there's so many things that go into play with it. But if we're talking about just players that just change the game, there's only one person that comes into. There's 2 people that come to mind right now, MJ and Curry. Like that's only the 2 I could think of right now.
Some people say LeBron changed the game. Though.
In what way?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just there are people I've talked to. It's like LeBron.
No, because you don't draft. You don't. LeBron's a 1 of 1. I'll give you that, but he's not He's not changing the NBA the way we play the game.
But JD, there's a question here. Local card collector says, JD, would you say that Tim Duncan changed the game? Now, mind you, I would say Loco. Just mind you, when you ask this question, you picked up 2 pool cards today.
What did Tim Duncan do? What did he do? I'm not trying to be funny, but like, Who?
Is that a question for me or Loco?
I'm just asking the people in the chat room right now. Like, what did Tim Duncan do that makes me go, oh yeah, I got to make sure Tim Duncan's on my top 10. Like, I'll take Shaq over Tim Duncan because if you guys want to talk about rule changes, like they changed the defensive three, they made a defensive rule for him.
The Reverend Rip says, JD, you know I don't do as much basketball investing.
Oh man, I'm telling you this.
For that, I have moved to a slept-on sport.
I'll say, hold on, real quick, Reverend. Thank you for that list you sent me like a few months ago for the rookie thing, but that helped out today. But I bought some hockey today, FD. I bought 3 cards for like $30. I already moved.
Yeah, I saw a picture. I saw a picture.
I moved one of them, and then I sold one for $40 already. I was gonna send in to get graded, but I was like, no, I don't trust it. Like it's too. The card came out about 11 years ago, so the chances of me getting a high grade is very unlikely. So I just said, I'm just gonna move it while it's raw and just move on with it. If I find something else, because I want to do is the submission just came back. The new ones, 22 per card. So I want to. The minimum is 20, so I want to do like a thing where 20 like great cards and send it in and see what happens. But
so Loco asked you the question when you said, "What has Tim Duncan done?" Loco says, "JD, I'm asking myself the same question."
Oh, he didn't do anything. Tim Duncan's one of those players where
it's interesting. It's interesting that people
say that
Tim Duncan has done nothing. It's interesting.
What do you agree? What are you saying he did? He's a winner.
Hey, Tim Duncan is the best power forward of all time.
Yeah, but he's a winner.
He has 5 rings, JD.
I know he's a winner.
But he was an integral part of everything that went on in San Antonio.
Him and what? If there's no Tim Duncan, the Lakers probably would have won 10. If there's no Kobe, the Spurs would have won 10. And they talk about it all the time.
Well, this is a question I had. Now that we're on this.
I already know what you're gonna say. Don't say it.
I don't think you know. You don't.
I know what you're gonna say.
This is a question that I've had, right? And I've been picking at, and I know I have some Laker fans on it, right? That was a question that came up here a couple of weeks ago about who was legendary that Jordan beat in the finals. And I said, well, that question is
easy.
I said that question is really for LeBron James. Who is LeBron James beating the finals that's legendary? So then I was sitting around thinking about just sports in general, and I asked myself, who did Kobe Bryant beat to win a championship without Shaq that was legendary?
What you mean? The Big 3 wasn't legendary?
Okay, he beat Boston, but he also beat Orlando.
But Orlando, that whole thing could have shifted it though. Orlando was on the rise of that for that few years.
JD, can you name?
Yes, I can. I can name that roster from that Orlando.
Well, who has done what on that roster?
Well, besides Dwight, that's it. And Turkoglu.
Come on, man.
Matt Barnes got a podcast, FD. Don't stop.
Come on.
You don't want all the smoke.
All that smoke is tight, but come on. Come on, bro.
I'm just saying, don't come at.
Well, Kobe was 1-1 against the Big 3.
That Big 3, LeBron had trouble beating them, so I don't want to hear it. So
I'm just asking a question.
But Kobe. But
when people go back and say, "What did Tim Duncan do?" Okay.
But I'm saying though, Kobe's going through the finals each round in the West when he was coming out. In the West at the time.
You know what? To me, people in California and LA, they give a lot of credit to Kobe and minimize Tim Duncan.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Why is that?
Because that we're from LA. If this will come on now,
well, it doesn't matter, man. Sport is sport, man.
But realistically,
that doesn't mean Horace Grant was the best power forward of all time.
But realistically, though, like taking the biasness out of everything, Tim Duncan probably had a better career than Kobe.
But most people won't say that.
I'm okay to say that. But this is what I'm going to say. It was Kobe's and Shaq's era, not Tim Duncan's
era. This goes back like Loco. I love Loco. We talk all the time. But for a person to say, hey, I bought some Jordan pool cards, and then to later say, has Tim Duncan changed the game? And then to later say, I'm asking the same question, JD.
I don't think he changed the game, but he's a win. Like he's done enough for the history books. You cannot pass that chapter of the NBA. There's a big book of the NBA, right? Not on Wikipedia, but you can't pass him up. You can't skip those chapters.
Who's Popovich without Tim Duncan?
Oh wow, yeah, nobody.
People don't ask themselves this question.
Yeah, but look what Popovich is doing right now, though. He's not.
That's because he doesn't have a Tim Duncan running around.
That's what I'm saying. So probably they needed Tim Duncan more than anything, I guess. But you can't say that about it. You can't say that about Phil, though. At least Phil won.
Phil coached the greatest player of all time.
Players.
And then he coached one of the most dominant, if not the dominant, with comparison to Wilt, big man of all time. And he had to push that big man to get in shape and do more. Because Shaq was listening to Kobe. Shaq's not listening to Kobe. But if Phil Jackson says, hey, man, Phil Jackson told Shaq came into the season out of shape.
That's his fault.
Phil Jackson told Shaq, I'm going to play you the full game until I see that you're in shape.
Shit.
And he played Shaq every minute of each game until he felt like Shaq was in shape.
That sounds like a dream.
Now, was Kobe Bryant going to get that out of Shaq? I don't think so.
No.
But even Shaq said, a man with 3 rings who got coached by Michael Jordan, I don't know what I'm going to say to him. But go out there and play.
Man. This game is this game is boring.
Wow, 7-5. That was 7-3, and then Garoppolo stepped out of bounds in the end zone. Weird.
No, but yeah.
Brian Greasy is the quarterback's coach for 49ers?
With customers in different places on different systems.
Oops.
That's hilarious.
But
yeah, this is probably true. LeBron changed the play at GM game.
He changed it. Yeah, he created load management. I think LeBron. You know what LeBron did? He was a voice to the players that they could create their own narrative, their own. They don't need the team to create their own to write out their careers. So I think that's why I give LeBron credit for.
I love this question right here. Would anyone on this thread say Malone was better than Tim Duncan?
Dang, I don't know because Tim Duncan did Carmelo get an MVP?
This is another comment that people ignore.
Oh man, come on, dude! MJ got shut down.
People ignore this.
I'm not gonna ignore it.
People ignore this.
MJ got shut down by the Pistons too. Don't forget.
JD, come on. JD.
Don't. Oh, F Dizzle, come on now.
JD, come on. You stretching, you reaching.
Look at. Loco said it too. MJ also got stopped by the Pistons.
Loco never saw MJ play the Pistons. He's never even YouTubed it.
Oh yeah, I just watch MJ highlights. All I hear every time MJ makes a shot, all I hear is, like, that's the skill. Oh, he did it. Oh, he was about. He won two NBA MVPs. 14-time All-Star, 2-time NBA All-Star MVP, 11-time All NBA first team. Okay. The mailman. Yeah, I mean he's cool. I mean, you know, it sucks though because if you don't win a title, like that really doesn't really help you out technically. But that's just me. But I mean,
I love it, man. The bad boys locked MJ down.
Well, he kind of did, but if they don't want to hear it tonight,
it's not happening, man.
The Pistons were the reason why MJ said he had to go to the gym.
So, to me, when you say lockdown and you say Jordan, I don't think they're in the same sentence. Are they in the same sentence?
Who?
Jordan lockdown.
Yeah, Jordan rules.
Jordan. Who locked down Jordan?
The Jordan rules.
The Jordan rules was trying to foul him hard to get in his head.
Jordan rules were try to get him injured as best you can without making it seem like you're going to hurt him.
President says MJ globalized the game. Steph changed the game, changed the way the game is played. LeBron is the best all-around player in NBA history.
I want to say I wouldn't say MJ. I would say he globalized the game, but I think there's another player.
I think Mike did globalize the game.
But I think there's another player that really made sure it globalized the game. I think
Okay.
Kobe played a big part of that too. Him going
I think
on tour.
he played a role in keeping something going. But you know, before Michael Jordan got there, man, the NBA was in a bad financial position after Bird and Magic. So, I mean,
But I mean, LeBron, you could say he's the best all-around player, going to eight finals, consecutive 8 finals. But you put LeBron in the West when Kobe and them were playing, he ain't making to the finals every year.
I love the basketball discussions. You know, I always love them.
But
there's somebody somewhere saying that somebody's better than Tom Brady.
Who?
Somebody. Somebody somewhere.
There's only one. Tom Brady's like safe. Like
no, I don't think so. Nobody's safe. There's no one safe.
As of right now, he is safe, as you could say, the greatest.
There are people out here saying that Emmitt Smith is the best running back of all time. I've talked to people.
But I'm just saying, like, you could say, right? I could, if you told me to put like $1 million and say who's the greatest NFL player to ever play the game, I'm saying Tom Brady is safe and secure. He wrapped in bubble wrap with 10,000 boxes on him.
I don't think so.
Well, whoever thinks not, man, they're crazy.
There are people that say that the greatest player on the football field cannot be a quarterback.
Why?
Because they really don't get touched. The game has changed. It promotes them to have success.
And then that's the case. Then the offensive line's the biggest part, is the greatest thing to the team. Then, because without the line, that nothing moves. If they want to go there, then right? Can you say that, or is that too?
Say that again. What you?
I said if that's the case, then the line is the most important piece of the team. Then, because without them, they're not be able to do anything they want to do.
Well, I got love for the line.
But I mean, I think the line. If I were to build a team, I'm starting from the inside out. Because you could put a veteran line that has multiple Pro Bowls and throw in a rookie in there. That builds up his what's the word? It develops him faster in my eyes.
I do know it's about your scheme. Like when Brady was before he left New England.
Yeah, and that's another thing. People argue that football's a scheme sport. That was why he was so successful. It may be true, but he won without Belichick. So,
hey, I like this, man. Isaiah Thomas changed the game. I love it. Spud Webb changed the game.
Oh, crazy! Why are y'all starting FD, man? We got 13 minutes left.
I love it, man.
Oh man, we had a nice, healthy conversation. Now
Emmitt would not have gotten the record had Barry kept playing. But I know some people, right? Emmitt Smith is the bomb. And then they'll back it up and say he has the most yards rushing.
Well, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying, if you were to tell me what sport there's a player that's like you could say guarantee that they're the GOAT of that sport, Tom Brady is my easy pick.
Magic and Bird said the NBA. I think it was the NBA's ability to broadcast live events was more important for the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for people that couldn't watch games live. There used
to be a lot of games.
That's how
Jalen Hurts did play well again.
Was that how it was back then? You couldn't watch live games?
What are you asking me for?
Oh, I the way you answered it was just like that's how it was. It's the way you answered it. I was like, oh, I guess.
JD.
Just the way you said
I wasn't alive in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. I was not alive, man.
The way you answered
I know you want me to claim it. I know you want me to say, FD, what was happening in the 30s?
Man, the way you answered it, I was like, yeah, that's how it used to be. So I was like, damn.
No, just remember when my father moved to Chicago in 1969, 1968, the Bulls were only on the radio. They were not on TV.
The radio.
And that was before Magic and Bird.
I can't imagine listening to a game on the radio. Yeah, you got to have a big...
Yeah, the NBA was struggling before Magic and Bird, man.
How, though?
Struggling.
Okay, was baseball more of the primary sport back then?
Yes, baseball was a sport. Baseball was a sport, oh, man, probably up until the early 90s. Oh yeah. See, Locals even says you're making him feel old, man.
I better stop. It was just
LeBron is about to have the most points all time, and Local, that means he's the GOAT.
who said that? Y'all better stop.
I'm just saying. I've heard this, man. I'm right now. I'm just repeating what I've heard.
Y'all better
Heard?
stop.
Yeah, the NBA was an afterthought. Hockey was more popular. Baseball was more popular. The NBA was riddled with what's the best way of saying this? Players that weren't committed to the game, but to all sport activities.
That's back in the 80s, right? So they had
It wasn't
parties
on
and everything.
TV. In a lot of markets, it was not on TV. You had the ABA, so you had a lot of star players over there. Dr. J.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was there, right? And then they merged.
And then they played a different kind of ball that the NBA wasn't playing.
Damn, that sucks. Good thing I wasn't alive during that time. Can you imagine watching? Ooh, that means watching baseball. No wonder people are so invested into baseball cards like back then. You got a lot of people having all these rare baseball cards.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Loco, is there a difference between JD? Is there a big difference between 10 and 11?
I mean,
is there a huge difference?
I mean, depends what you're talking about. Like you talking about like top 10 and I don't know. 11. I always feel like 11 is a strong number to me, but 10.
We're talking about
like
years of basketball. Years of basketball.
Top 10. I feel like top 10 is still good. 11's not bad. Is this there's a certain club, right? You know, there's that how Stephen Curry could eat with LeBron now. Like at terms of championships, like and then Kobe's by himself with Tim Duncan. Like I guess.
So let me ask my people: what happens when Steph has more rings than LeBron?
Sure, he's about to be sitting.
Let's get in our. Let's think about the future. So when Steph has more rings than LeBron, what can somebody tell me? What does that mean? ... What does that mean?
That is Stephen Curry's era. I shoot the way is shoot instead of LeBron's. But
what's that? What's that again?
I said it's looking more of a Curry's era than LeBron's.
You know, I had a friend tell me that the other day. Is that it's more of Curry's era than LeBron. Did anybody have any thoughts on that?
I don't think so. I don't think nobody has any thoughts.
So let's go from 2002 to now. Curry didn't start until 2009 and really didn't start playing until almost 2011. So LeBron had 9 years on him.
That's a lot of years, though, FD. 9, you had a whole decade.
But even if you go back to 2002, whose era is this?
Kobe's and Shaq.
You think so?
It's not don't you say it's Tim Duncan?
No, I'm not gonna say it's Tim.
Oh,
but you can't sleep on Tim. If Steph gets more rings than LeBron, I would say he's a better all-time player, and I would rank him ahead of LeBron.
You're already saying it right now.
Yeah, right now. Also, Steph changed the game. Interesting. The game is actually played differently because of his ability to shoot the three. So really, he made a way for someone like Trae Young.
Yeah, Trae Young's a product of what Stephen Curry did.
Because back in the day, I don't know what Trae Young would be.
Trae Young would be just running around. He'd be like Kyle Korver.
That's interesting.
He's able to dribble, so he gets like a bone. You know, he gets a little bonus.
I always like pooling the community to see what the thoughts are, what's going on. It almost feels like, now I could be wrong, it almost feels like people had crowned LeBron, and then who is this that's coming along that's doing things that I don't see LeBron doing?
Yeah.
Almost feels that way.
No, I agree. We shall see.
But that's why basketball is so entertaining. No, people don't get into these debates about football. Huh?
What's the score right now? 10-5.
Yeah, this game is not great.
What's going on?
Denver, it seems like it's difficult for them to score. Move the ball and score. Move the ball within 20 yards of the end zone and actually score the football. I've watched several games. It's very difficult. And I'm still going to say this. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Russell Wilson seems like he has a problem holding the football and throwing the football. He just threw a pass, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes ago that was like 7 yards, 10 yards ahead of the receiver. I don't know, man. I know he hurt his hand before. Just doesn't seem right.
Why did they stop the game early? The Yankee game.
They stopped it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I know you guys don't. Y'all don't care, but I'm just wondering why.
Does anybody think that
Judge? It was a rain. Never mind. It was a
does
rain.
anybody think Judge is hitting 62 home runs?
He got 13 games.
You know, but I didn't think Albert Pujols will hit 700.
I told you. I told you he was gonna hit it in L.A. I mean, I was gonna go to L.A., but still, like, what's his name was there? Mark was there.
Yeah, it's good for Mark to be there. That's
Yeah, he just need to hit 62. That's so much pressure on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. He has 10 games to hit 2 home runs. He hasn't hit a home run in 5 games now. So the chances of him doing it, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna double down and say he's not gonna do it.
That's tough to do already.
I would love to see him do it.
I mean, I just want him to go into the playoffs hot. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't want him to focus and just waste all his energy on this record, because I know he's thinking about big long term. Because shit,
Peep says he thinks he'll get there.
No, I know he can, but I don't want him to drain all his energy on this thing. I want him to focus on what's bigger than this, and that's, winning the World Series, as we should. But I don't know. We'll see. Because right now we're on a 7-game winning streak, and I just want them to,
The Dodgers manager Dave Roberts said he's guaranteeing World Series for the Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
He said we are not the Seattle Mariners.
Why? What's Seattle doing? Oh, they blew it or what?
Yeah, they won 216 games. I mean, no, they won 100. No, they won 216 games. No, excuse me. They won. What did Seattle win?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, it's different though, man. Whatever. I don't care.
2001 Mariners. $116 games. 116 games, 46 losses.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not impressive to me. Win the championship. Wow, man, I'm not entertaining y'all.
Where's the pitching?
You'll see. It's a 5-game series. I'm worried about the 7-game series, but you guys will see. I love baseball playoffs. I just hope we make it to the World Series this year. Because it gets cold. Watch the baseball game. So we'll see.
Yeah, we got a rain today.
I can't believe this game is 5. What's the score?
You like this comment? Isaiah Thomas is the first round player to win a championship.
Yeah, but I don't care about it. I mean, I mess around with you with Isaiah, but I just think, whatever. I don't care.
Isaiah Thomas, man.
Yeah, he's not the best. Whatever. He's not the best. What do you even call it? A short player to play the game. I can name like 2 people better than him off the top of my head.
Who do you think is better than Isaiah Thomas?
Allen Iverson and Kyrie Irving. Well, maybe AI. Maybe AI might be a little tough one. It might be a little tough, but I think Kyrie's better than him. What about CP3? All right, we gotta go.
You're asking the wrong person.
Woo, all right, man, we gotta go because I'm gonna start a conversation with FD.
Did you see, before you go though? Did you see that the Suns are getting rid of Crowder?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Why?
Who's gonna be on that team?
Oh, I think they're gonna have Cam Johnson come off the bench and start. They drafted him in the top 10 in 2019. It's time for him to play. I mean, he don't come in with that grit like
That's what
Crowder
I'm saying. You
does.
think he's ready for that? So,
He can
whoever picks up Crowder,
The Clippers, the Lakers about to pick up Crowder. Watch,
I would hope the Lakers or the Clippers pick up Crowder.
because you need that person.
They need that. Both of
You
those.
need that. They already got Pat Bev. Like now you got Crowder to it. Like stay punk. Like sometimes in the NBA, like getting punked, like will win you a game, or lose you, or win you a game. Just being mentally.
I mean, that's how it works. Yeah, you used to see all that back in the day. What is hold on before we go? What is Jimmy Garoppolo doing tonight?
Nothing. FD. They only scored 10 points. Come on now.
Hold on. And people, I'm telling you, when Trey Lance got hurt, was like, oh man, we good. 14 of 23, 172 yards, 1 touchdown. He's playing within a small. They got him. He doesn't do too much crazy stuff now.
What are they doing with Debo, man? Debo need to do something with this because I got Debo.
Debo has 5 receptions, 73 yards, just no touchdown.
I need him to score. Well, real quick, I'll give you guys a quick update on my fantasy roster. As you guys know, I drafted Derek Carr as the number 1 overall pick just to be funny.
Oh,
and and then I might win my game. I'm gonna be 2-1 drafting Derek Carr. But guess who's on my bench today? I have Lamar Jackson on the bench and Devontae Smith.
You're starting Carr over Lamar Jackson?
Woo! Look at that, F Dizzo. Look at this, big fella. We still in the hold on, big fella.
You're not gonna have good. You think you're gonna have good results the rest of the year?
I'm winning. I'm about to be 2-1. F Dizzo.
Who are your running backs? And receivers?
Oh, my running backs are trash. But I have a cheat code in running back. I got Cordell Patterson.
Oh yeah, well.
I have Cordell Patterson. What's that guy's name from the? I drafted J.K. Dobbins, but he's a fluke right now.
Was the line on bye week today?
Who?
Atlanta.
No, they won today. They won. Patterson had a great game. But this is my receiving core. My receiving core is pretty solid. I got Debo Smith, Mike Thomas. I have Travis Kelce, Adam Thielen, and Devontae Smith.
Oh, bro, Cordell Patterson had 17 rushes, 141 yards, 1
touchdown. Then I got the best backup quarterback in the league with Lamar Jackson just chilling over there with a smooth 45 points.
Let's think about this. Mariota threw the ball 20 times. They had 31 rushes. And then we just looked at another team that had 80-some snaps.
Yeah. It's balanced. I mean, you go to what effect wins you the game. But I'm telling you, if I win, I'm gonna win tonight because all he has tomorrow is Barkley playing, but I got Pollard playing too, so I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. You never know. Saquon may come out torch you. You never know.
Oh well, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated.
All right, we got a few comments here. Kyrie won a championship on the back of LeBron. Kyrie has handles, but he's proven that he can't successfully lead a team. He's a great individual player, but he's nowhere near Isaiah.
I didn't say who's a better player as in like skills wise. It's not even close. But yeah, I guess whatever. I don't care.
I agree, Prism. Isaiah was incredible as a leader.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I know what y'all trying to say, but I'm saying like skill wise, Kyrie's the most skilled point guard to play the game. So
I don't think I've ever heard Isaiah Thomas and leader in the same sentence.
Yeah, see.
I love it. Jimmy G will get wins. We'll see, peeps.
All right. We'll see, big fella.
We'll see. Hey, I appreciate everyone being here. I love talking sports, football, basketball, hockey, whatever we're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, did you all see the WNBA? I know people don't watch WNBA, but did you all see the parade that happened?
They had a good time. Can you imagine when they have a real team? Man, I love Plum.
Yeah, Plum was enjoying us.
She was having a time.
Yeah.
She said bust down. But anyways, I'm gonna get in trouble before we talk about that. All right, man. All right, F Dizzle. I'll talk to y'all later.
See y'all later.